Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Mitchell Trubisky and the Green Bay Packers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. With my good friend Charles Davis. Arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did it.
You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his third season now from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
I love how he exploded on the national scene his redshirt freshman year when, at the beginning of the season, he was not named the starting quarterback. But when USC was struggling, he got an opportunity. By the end of the year, the Rose Bowl MVP, an epic shootout with Penn State, and put him on the NFL radar in a big way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Darnold from the gun. This is Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 35. That one a gain of 20 in a first down.
They're realizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Darnold on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the second half.
Great effort there to shed the contact, and he helps him pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards. And that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field there. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him good and communicating. There he is, and he passed him on to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Darnold to the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now Darnold, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defense now on the field. Leading them out, their quarterback in his 4th season from North Carolina, it's Mitchell Trubisky.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he worked so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he'll just be an excellent leader and player.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Packers.
Now it's Barkley. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And his throw is incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards, first down Packers. Here's Trubisky to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Try and run forward with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. I'm always a fan of the dive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And He's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Number 33.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's going to air one out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Pretty move. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Trubisky will throw.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On third down, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Green Bay.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Jason Sanders.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here comes Cobb. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Caught left side by Kyle.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. He's labeled
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Throwing here, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. This pass complete to Higgins. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
Tucker
Packers kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk taken before the clock runs out.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
To Saquon Barkley. It's a gain.
Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll buy some time right. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here comes Cobb. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over.
So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down into half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, it's Darnold. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Daquan Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
That's the end.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Vikings 3.
Darnold now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Trubisky to throw again. Open man is Higgins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now, Barkley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down. At the 5.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A first down throw, Darnold. Well, that held it pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Trubisky to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8. Rolling to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dalton Schultz, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. Now Trubisky to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.